has been a long time coming. I was letting fear stop me from making this video for the past week, and a lot of other videos, but pray for me, guys, because I need to overcome all fears, So, this is about a Mandela effect. It's about Chuck E. Cheese / Chuck E. Cheese's. So, when I found out that Chuck E. Cheese, supposedly, according to our current reality, was always Chuck E. Cheese's, that just blew my mind, because I know for a fact it was Chuck E. Cheese. Because, my friend and I used to drive past it in Austin, a long time ago. It was Chuck E. Cheese. We talked about it, everything. We saw it, everything. He talked about that place all the time. So, when I found out that, according to our current reality, it's now Chuck E. Cheese's with an apostrophe S, I was, telling everybody about it. I told my good friend here in Texas, and I told my boyfriend, my long-distance boyfriend in Georgia. And so I kept telling them about it. And it just so happens that shortly after I told them about it, they both drove past it, and they both told me that it was still Chuck E. Cheese with no S. So basically, it made me look, that was making me look crazy or stupid, the fact that I told them, oh, well, Google says it's Chuck E. Cheese's with an S, which it does, at least at this point in time. If you type in Chuck E. Cheese, hit images, it's all Chuck E. Cheese's with an S. So they were both so adamant, they're like, no, it's Chuck E. Cheese with no S, I'm looking at it right now, they both told me, so I was like, that's bizarre, right? So when I further, investigated it, it turns out the one in San Antonio, they supposedly, just built one, a remodeled version, and they're calling it Chuck E. Cheese with no S. But all the other ones, the old ones, are saying they were always Chuck E. Cheese's. That is complete garbage. No, for a fact they were Chuck E. Cheese. This is some kind of psyop that they're building new ones and now calling them Chuck E. Cheese. I don't even know what that's all about. But it's definitely trying to mess with us. But that's not the crazy story here, guys. The crazy story is what happened to my boyfriend in Georgia. So the first time, he told me, a couple times that he saw it, and it was Chuck E. Cheese with no S. And so, I don't know if it was the second or third time that he was, at the establishment. He was right there at the establishment, and he called me on his cell phone, and he was like, yeah, I'm right in front of it right now. I'm looking at the sign. It's Chuck E. Cheese with no S. So I Google that exact establishment. I told him, what's the address? He gave me the address. I Googled it. I'm looking at the website. It says Chuck E. Cheese's with apostrophe S. So I'm like, well, the internet says it's Chuck E. Cheese's with an S. So he's like, well, I don't know what to say. I'm looking right at it, and it's just Chuck E. Cheese with no S. So, what else can you do, right? So he leaves. He goes to the mall. Now, while he's at the mall, I'm like, let's three-way call this place. I'm going to do some investigating here. I'm like a detective when it comes to the truth, You gotta want the truth with all your heart to find the truth. That's what Jesus said, right? Seek the truth and you'll find it. So I'm like, let's call this place up. Let's do a three-way call. So we call them, and the answering machine says, welcome to Chuck E. Cheese's with an S. So right there, he had nothing to say about that. I'm like, I told you it was Chuck E. Cheese's. So then we actually, finally get in touch with the real person there that works there. So it's this guy, and I said, hey, what's the name of your store? What's the name of your restaurant? And he says, Chuck E. Cheese. I said, well, how come your answer machine says Chuck E. Cheese's with an S then? And then he's like, well, I don't know, maybe it's Chuck E. Cheese's, I'm not sure, So I said, okay, well, my boyfriend was just there, and he was looking at your sign. He said it was Chuck E. Cheese with no S. But your answering machine says Chuck E. Cheese's. So can you do me a favor and, can you go outside in front of your restaurant and look at the sign and tell me what it says? He's like, are you serious? I said, yeah, I'm serious. So he goes, and a minute later he comes back, and he's like, oh, it's Chuck E. Cheese's with an apostrophe S. So then I'm just like, well, my boyfriend was just there. He said it didn't have an S. And he's like, I don't know what to tell you, if you want to come over here, check it out for yourself, feel free, whatever. So he hangs up, and so at this point, we can either, just think it's weird and move on with our lives, or we can seek the truth, right? And really find out what's going on here, which I wanted to know what was going on. So I was like, can you go back to the restaurant and tell me what the sign says now? Just because, I was like, look, this is odd, right? This is weird. He agreed, yeah, this is strange. So I said, now, if you go back and it's still Chuck E. Cheese without an S, that means that guy was either lying, or the sign changed for him, or he saw something different. But if it says Chuck E. Cheese's with an S, I was like, That's gonna blow your mind, right? And he was like, yeah. So he goes back. I was like so curious what was gonna happen because either way, like, it was gonna be weird, right? So he goes back. He gets there, and then he's like really quiet. I'm like, so what does it say? And he was stunned. It says Chuck E. Cheese's with an S. So he had nothing to say. He was like speechless. So I was like, now you're one of us. Now you're awake. I said, how do you feel right now? And he's like, I'm kind of creeped out. I was like, yeah, told you, it's real. Now, he had seen effects in movies and stuff, but he'd never experienced his own, personal Mandela effect where he saw physical reality morph in front of his eyes, within minutes. Like, he'd never experienced an actual Mandela effect where things changed for him, like, physical reality changing. I have my own, I made a video about it. It's called Certain
Mirror, mirror on the wall. Mirror, mirror on the wall.
You wonder why you keep beating your head against the wall. I don't know. I don't know how to put any of this. I'm watching a video today. I'm even kind of getting burnt out on watching videos. People need to know. And then in almost the same breath he said, and believe the Bible. What? You named all three things. One of them was the Mandela effect. And then you say believe the Bible. I don't believe it no more. It's corrupted. It has been corrupted. I'm not saying there ain't truth still in it, but you change a word or two in a scripture here and there, changes the whole meaning. In my opinion, who am I? I'm just no fart in a chair. If you can look somebody straight in the eye and tell them these things, and the next day they forget it, or at least act like they forget it. Sing it to the choir when you make a video around here. I don't know, I just got a little frustration setting in. I'm richly blessed, I know that. My eyes have been open. My ears have been open. Got a roof over my head. Got a couple of dogs to keep me company. Pretty bad when you gotta look for your companionship out of dogs, but they are a man's best friend. You can't trust no man. I ain't mad. I'm more disappointed. Maybe mad at myself for not being able to convey the truth to some of these people that try to. I don't know how to do it anymore. Try. I'm preaching to the choir here. If anybody comes along here that ain't awake, they're gonna think I'm just some blabbling old fool.
But no one wants to listen when the alarm may sound. Many do not want to be awakened from their slumber. Many distance themselves from us, the lines they cut asunder. It's funny how reality is changing, but yet so many refuse to face it. Rather just embrace the lie, stay comfortable. The truth, there's no need to chase it. But sure enough, they scurry right fast with perking, itching ears to anyone that can scratch their denial and snuff out their worry and fears. And they turn around and rend us, denying the Lord could give us pearls, accusing us of not knowing Him, attacking with malice and quarrels. They say we are Luciferians, and we are going to hell. Listen to the words I speak. From what fruit does my heart dispel? He called me to the wilderness. He had to deal with me. A painful, lonely journey. But He gave me sight to see. How I have cried on my knees to the Father, for this burden seems too much to bear. Knowing that if I hold to the truth, I will be ridiculed everywhere. He said, my child, the truth I have planted in your heart, and no man can pull it out. Your job is to trust in me and only me. Take my hand and have no doubt. He told me I was a weaker thing, but a perfect vessel for His glory. The author of my faith, who will fight my battles for me, it is He who writes my story. I'm jotting down this poem. You see, it's 2:42 in the morning. And from the secret place He pours words into me, but who will heed the warning? Awake you that sleep and claim to be awake. My message I bring through the lowly, the cast out, the forsaken, the judged, and the weary. These children truly do know me. You say you have need of nothing, but truly you are blind and naked. I hold out my hand to show you great and mighty things if you would only take it. Who are the sheep that know my voice, who follow their shepherd wherever he goes? The mind can deflect and bury the answer, but it's the heart that truly knows. Thank you guys for listening. You're in my prayers. God bless you.
Doing it on purpose? Oh my God! I think somebody did this to us. Whoa! Swing low, sweet chariot. Stop that! Sorry. This is serious. What if we talk like this forever? I'll never get a boyfriend.
Oh, come on. It's not like you had a boyfriend up till now.
Oh, that's me. Luke, I am your father. Luke, I am your father.
So you understand this, okay? Muhammad Ali, American president, Louisville, Kentucky, says born January 17, 1942, age 74. Okay? I know, I'm just keep, you'll understand what I'm showing you. Okay, over here. Muhammad Ali died at age 71. He died 3 years ago with Parkinson's disease. This is not a joke. This is real. This is published February 3rd, 2013. Boxing legend Muhammad Ali died 71 from Parkinson's disease. I appreciate this video being used as a memorial page. There's other things where he died. This is a part of that effect. If you look it up, This is R.I.P. Muhammad Ali. Please use this video as a memorial page for the legend. Now, if somebody did this as a YouTube, so you're automatically going to say, this is crazy and all this and that, or this is fake, somebody's YouTube. Just go look it out for yourself. But if you Google Muhammad Ali, 3 years ago, he died at 71. Now it's saying here 3 years later, he's 74 years old and not dead at all. Somebody said Jim Neighbors is alive. Jim Neighbors died, back, 2000 something maybe, with throat cancer. They were saying possibly due to AIDS. And now we're finding out that he is alive and just got married when they legalized gay marriage. And Jim Neighbors used to be Gomer Pyle on Andy Griffin's show. This is crazy to me. Muhammad Ali died 3 years ago. I know that. Do you remember Muhammad Ali dying? I'm looking for more stuff to show where he died, because everybody was reporting on it. But now we're finding out he's not dead yet. On YouTube, Muhammad Ali dies. It says Muhammad Ali dies age 71. This is 3 years ago. Here it says Muhammad Ali, life after death, 2 years ago. The death of a boxer legend, Muhammad Ali. Here was at the funeral of Joe Frazier. Be watching. Joe Frazier may pop up. Who knows? This is sort of crazy. Muhammad Ali's daughter revealed intimate details about their dad. Muhammad Ali has died. Rest in peace. 3 years ago. He died 3 years ago, y'all. Back in 2013. Muhammad Ali on deathbeds. His brother could be dead in days. This is just YouTube. Let's see. Death of the greatest, Muhammad Ali. I mean, it's just, everybody was reporting on it. But yet when you go over here and you Google it, Google Muhammad Ali, now it says he's 74. That he didn't die 3 years ago. Evidently, he's just aged 3 years and is still around now. I remember when he died. Don't y'all remember that? Does anybody remember this?
Well, one of the
I thought an interesting comment was made when somebody said, I heard somebody say, now where's Mandela? Well, Mandela's dead because Saddam Hussein killed all the Mandelas.